But so far, they can those who they can begin by filling the questionnaire. But Africa, you can start around that will be after 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, friends. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you can hear you quite well.
Yes, we hear you, Mr. Oneka.
Yes, thank you very much. I can see we are running out of time. It's already 3:10. So I think can we start, because we are only 13 of us. The rest of us can find us as we move on, so that we can also make good use of the time available. So today's workshop is on digital communication and storytelling on YouTube and the social media, that will be presented by our volunteer from KVDA. His name is Sefas Africa Munanairi. Will take us through the program. Then as he finishes, we have space to also contribute Maybe if you may have questions or maybe you want to make some additions, that will be highly appreciated because it will actually enhance the capacity of the program, because you see the whole idea will be for us to make every effort in terms of disseminating this information to reach as many people as possible, both those who are on this platform and those who may not be on this platform, but will have access on the YouTube channel where they could easily be able to follow the deliberations. So I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all of us on board and then ask Africa to proceed with the presentation. Thank you very much and enjoy your time. And it's supposed to be participatory. So let us take every opportunity to make it lively and do what we can to make a difference. And I would like to ask those of us, maybe when you are not talking, maybe you try to mute so that we don't have so much vibration, so that everyone can be able to follow the presenter very well. Thank you very much. Africa, welcome.
Okay, welcome so much. I'll start by saying my name. My name is Cephas Africa. I'll be your today presenter, and today's topic is digital communication and storytelling on YouTube. And I'll start by sharing this slide. I hope it's visible by all on your end.
Yeah, I can see it myself.
Okay, thank you. So I'll start. The topic is online talk and stories and how we change things for our planet. Okay, we use online tools to tell strong stories. These stories make people all over the world want to help the climate and change their actions. Their job of talking about climate. Okay, at first it's hard to understand by talking about climate just generally. That's why we use stories and other social media apps like YouTube, TikTok, so we could spread the message more and more quick and it will be able to reach more people. Okay, it's hard to understand. Climate science is often complicated and hard to imagine. This makes it tough for people to understand and care. All news and TV often struggle to connect the facts with how people feel, so people don't act fast enough to help our planet. We need to connect. We really need stories that people can understand and that give hope. These stories should change climate change from scary numbers into tales about real people. We must make people want to change how they act. We can do this by helping them feel something and showing them ways to help. And yeah, the impact of why stories help with climate change. Stories connect to your brain. Stories make us feel for others. They release a special chemical in our brain that helps care more. This makes us feel a strong bond with what's happening in the story. Also, it makes it real for people. When stories show real people, climate change stops being just science. It becomes something real that affects lives. It's too important to ignore. And when we tell stories also, we get big results. Studies shows that stories make people give more money and get more involved. They increase help for climate action by over half. This proves how powerful stories are. Also, in addition, stories, when we use stories as a method to share the climate change science, it enables people have a better memory and retention. Also, it helps people have a good engagement and we can capture the attention of a large mass of people. Also, it simplifies complex systems because when we just say when we just give out the climate science with no stories behind it, like stories are like when climate change happen, like when it happens, time time, the place where it took place. It gives us a clear picture. Also, it encourages reflection. Okay, social media and YouTube. These are the new ways to share art stories. Why do we use like social media? Social media is like apps like YouTube, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, TikTok, and etc. It reaches so many people. Apps like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram reach billions of people, especially young people who care about protecting our planet and keeping it healthy for the future. Also, anyone can share. These apps let anyone with a phone create and share stories about the earth. You don't need a big company to share your ideas. This makes talking this makes talking about climate change open to everyone. Also, pictures and videos work best. Short videos and pictures make stories easy to understand and share. They turn big, tricky climate ideas into simple, fun content that spreads fast to many people. And also, when you use these pictures and videos, like it can act like future storage. A person can rely on the information in the future when he or she wants to know more about climate change. Here is a case study. Rare's Carbon Project Story. It includes working together. Okay, Rare teamed up with skilled artists and social media stars. They made videos that people really felt and understood. This effort brought in a lot of more money and helped more people learn about projects that clean up the air around the world. What helped them to succeed? Real people sharing their true stories in their own words, clear, easy tasks for viewers to do, shown right in the videos, simple ways to give money like fundraising, making it very easy to help. Then lastly, it's working with social media stars who truly care about the earth. Okay, 50% plus more money donated compared to older ways of asking. Okay, you can donate money through sites. One of them is known as GoFundMe. You can go to the site and share like what's the purpose of your donation. Also, it reached an audience of 2 million plus rather than just sharing it on the local ground, but sharing it online, it will reach a lot of people on all websites and apps. Sharing stories from people on the front lines. Projects by local people. Projects started by local groups and people living closest to nature show how climate change really affects their lives. These stories feel real and important because they come from people who see climate change every day. Okay, personal videos. Short videos, 2 to 3 minutes, where people tell their own stories, make a strong and real connection. Being short makes them easy to watch. When people share their own experiences, it helps others around the world trust and care. Also, okay, in addition, these personal videos, you can use like YouTube Shorts. It takes like a minute or 2 minutes, like to share what you want, your personal information about any story. It can reach a variety of people because it's a short video compared to the long videos where many people will view it as it's so long that they can't watch it. But for the shorts, the algorithm is designed that it will reach a lot of people and many people will actually see the sense of it. Okay, helping people lead. When people tell their own stories, it helps them become leaders in their local groups. It also gets more people to join in. When local groups share their stories, they inspire others. They also learn to be strong against climate change for a long time. Okay, now we go to the solution, fixing social media problems. How social media shows you stuff. The way social media shows posts can make you only see things you already agree with. It can also spread wrong information by accident. This makes it hard for true climate facts to get seen and makes people stick to what they already believe. How to share our message smartly, using people others' trust and messages made just for them helps stop people from taking extreme sides. If we know who we are talking to and use the right people to speak, we can share our ideas with many more people, not just those who already agree. Also, staying believable. It's important to check facts and tell stories in a smart way to stay believable and make a difference. Every piece of content must be true, easy to prove, and shared in a way that people care about while still being honest. Like the stories that should be shared should not be biased, should come with the references from real sources, and also like the social media has a lot of things. Many stories are false. This is because of the emergence of the AI. Someone can, like with the AI, you can post anything right now, and we cannot know if it's true or false. That's why, like, as the technology is evolving and evolving, I would like to let me mute someone. Marco, can you mute?
If you are not presenting, kindly mute. Proceed, Africa.
Let me proceed. Mhm.
Proceed.
A minute, I'm proceeding.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
You can see, kindly proceed.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we were on the solutions, fixing social media problems. And I already talked about that. Okay, the power of people who share ideas and pretty pictures. How people who share ideas help a lot. People who share ideas and truly care can change what many people think and do. Because people already trust them, their messages about climate are believed right away, even if others might ignore them. Okay, even art helps share important ideas. When we tell stories with pretty pictures, it makes things that people remember and feel deeply. These ideas stick in their minds long after they see them. Art works for everyone, no matter their language, and it touches feelings we all have. Like pictures, like the imaginative thought. If when one sees a picture, he or she will remember that picture when the topic is being discussed by another person. It helps one to memorize more efficiently, and it will be one will be capable of having a better memory and retention. Fun ways to help, new and fun ways to get people to help, like special art, make more people join in and give money. It makes helping the planet feels like a game and gives real prizes to thank people who help the cause. Okay, the future. The future, when I say the future, here I talk about AI, VR, and climate story. First, who knows the meaning of AI? Anyone?
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, artificial intelligence, VR is virtual reality, and climate stories. Okay, cool new tech. New looks like virtual reality. Virtual reality is this image you see of this young lady. The thing she's wearing on the head, that's VR. Okay, new tools like virtual reality and the metaverse let us feel like we are inside climate stories. This help us understand and care more about what's happening. Stories just for you. Special online places can change climate stories to fit you. They use where you live, what you like, and what you believe. This makes big world problems feel important to you, so you want to help. Helping hands will grow. Using digital stories to help with climate change will keep getting better. It will use new apps and tools, but it always be about people truly connecting with each other. And in the future, AI is expected to evolve and evolve. This will make it more possible for people to spread the knowledge of climate change and climate justice. Okay, tell your story, help our planet. Your voice is important. You have a special way of telling stories about climate change. No one else can tell it quite like you. Use online tools. Share your stories on social media. You can use TikTok, YouTube, as we are using it right now. It can give people hope and make them act. It can change things in your town and everywhere. Also, it make big changes. When we share our climate stories, we can all work together. We can make a healthier future for everyone. What happens to our planet depends on the stories we tell now. So start sharing yours. Okay, these are the importance of stories. Stories, like we have already mentioned, these stories help people care. They also make climate real and inspire action. Okay, on the first point, help people care. Stories make us feel things about problems. They make big problems like climate change feel important and close to us. Also, they make climate real. They explain hard science facts in ways we can understand. They show how climate change truly affects people, towns, and nature. And lastly, inspire action. By showing good ways to fix things, stories help people believe that what they do can help make a better future. How to tell, how to tell a climate story. Making a good climate story is easy. Just follow these steps. Your story will connect with people and make them want to help. Okay, you'll start first by share your experience. Start with how climate change has touched your life. Has it changed things for you, your family, or your town? When you share your feelings, others will understand and care more. Okay, secondly, you show the problem. Explain the climate problem you're talking about. Use simple facts or things you've seen. Don't use big, confusing words. Help people see the problem clearly. Thirdly, you'll offer solution. Show how we can fix things. Talk about good ideas that can help. Focus on how we can make things better and what good changes are possible. And lastly, you can ask for help. Finish by telling people what to do, what small things can they do to help. Make it easy for them to know how they can join in and make a difference. Where to share your story. You can share your story on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. In TikTok, you can use short fun videos on TikTok can quickly tell many people about climate change. It helps kids get interested in climate topics. Instagram. Instagram is great for pictures and short videos. You can show how pretty nature is. You can also show how climate change hurts it. Also, YouTube is good for longer videos. You can explain tricky climate problems. You can also make movies and lessons about it. And lastly, you can use Facebook. Facebook groups let people talk together. You can share articles and news about helping the climate and finding answers. Also, you can use LinkedIn. You can use Snapchat also for posts. Yeah. Simple tips for better stories. It is easy to make your climate story special. Follow these simple tips to reach people and make them want to help. Okay, you show real people. People like to see real faces and hear stories about them. Share what real people have done or felt, not just about many people at once. Also, you can show change, pictures of before and after. Make it easy to see how climate change at things and how we can fix it. You can keep it short. Yeah. Most people don't have much time. Say what you mean right away and make your story easy to get fast. Use great visuals, good photos and videos, get people to look. They help make your story stronger than just words. Then you be honest. Always share things that are true. People need to trust what you say about climate change. Okay, here is a real examples that work. See how normal people use simple stories about the environment. They really help where they live and get others to do things around the world. You can use the youth voice, the community action, and the family zeros waste. Okay, for the youth voice, a young person told their story online about using less plastic. Their real story made many people think about using less plastic. That will save the environment when we use less plastic. Community action. A group of neighbors showed how they worked to plant trees that grow naturally in a park nearby. Their story made other groups want to start their own tree planting efforts. And lastly, family zero waste. One family told their story about living with no trash. They gave helpful ideas and showed why it's good. They proved that everyone can live in a way that helps the planet. And for my final slide, I would like to spread the message that start your own story today. You can start by picking your topic. What part of climate change do you care about most? Tell a story about yourself, a problem in your town, or a good idea that makes you feel hopeful. Then you can record or write. You can make a quick video, write a post online, or just tell your friends. Pick what feels best for you. Then you can share it online in the social media apps listed earlier. Put your story where others can see it. Use popular tags and mention groups to reach more people. You can use tags like hashtag climate change, hashtag climate justice, to join. Ask your friends, family, and neighbors to share their own climate stories. Many voices together can make big changes. Every story helps us work towards a better future. Your voice is a very important part of the answer. Thank you for your time, and that was my presentation.
Thank you very much, Africa, for the wonderful presentation. I will now open the floor to those of us who may need now to contribute. Mtumishi Jari Mamogi, proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Cephas, for that good presentation. And there's something that caught my attention, that we can use these pictures not only to tell a story, but through telling that story, we can also use it for resource mobilization. I think that is key, given the environment that we work in. And there's something also that you've also indicated that I think all of us ought to take into consideration. The fact that each of the story that you produce must be factual, and for people to see how factual they are and the facts in them, there is need for a real reference to actually show where you've gotten that information. I think that is key going forward as the organization where the environment that we are currently working in. Otherwise, thank you and congratulations for that.
Thank you very much, Mtumishi Jari. Any other contribution?
Can I speak?
Yes, proceed.
Yeah. Thank you, Cephas, for the wonderful presentation. That was quite informative. Mine is just to add maybe one or two challenges that people face in understanding climate change online, which I thought was important at this juncture, just to expound on what Africa has shared with us. One of the main reason, or one of the main challenge that people face in understanding climate change online is misinformation and disinformation. What about misinformation and disinformation? For instance, let's take an example of Kenya, whereby we have the biggest silicon savanna. We have people have access to internet, social media, name them. At least 80% of Kenyan people use internet. Where does the misinformation and information come from? With this, it makes users highly susceptible to false information or misleading content. Even sometimes we have what we call influencers giving false information about climate change. And some people even misunderstand, or rather take climate change to be a Western hoax, which sometimes undermine the trust in science and delay action. So people face a lot of challenges in understanding in understanding climate change online. We also have the issue of digital illiteracy because, or rather, lack of digital literacy, because not all people can access, or even when access is available, a lack of technical know-how or rather digital literacy skills among communities hinders the ability to effectively use digital platforms to find and use climate information. Another one, which is my last but not least, we have the issue of language barrier. You will agree with me that most information on climate change is usually given in the English language, or rather is available in the English language. Well, this becomes a challenge when, for example, countries like the French-speaking nations, let's say, for example, in Africa, I think DRC, Congo, when it comes to understanding the challenges, climate challenges online, it becomes a challenge to them because they are not conversant with the English language, but rather the French language. I will stop at that, and thank you very much. Back to you.
Before you stop, introduce yourself kindly.
Oh, sorry. My name is Mwita Joseph. I'm a member of KVDA Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mwita, for your contribution. The floor is open to those who want to contribute. Vasilis, you want to say something? Proceed. Other member, Ronald? Boniface, you have something to say? Proceed. Boniface? Proceed. We can hear you. Any other member wants to make a contribution?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I would like to thank Mr. Fenas, Mr. Cephas Africa for the good presentation that he has made and shown us about online climate. So I think at the moment we think we are, as the youth, we are supposed to be number one in channeling the this platform. We have to use the recent technology to promote climate change and create a very good awareness to the community, because now we find that, as Mr. Muta have said, that there is a lot of challenges, language barrier. Even some places they don't have like internet, so they lack information. They lack behind. So I think we have to take a step and be the champion of climate change through the internet. Thank you. Also, I have shared the survey. You can fill the form so that we can be somewhere. Thank you, Mr. Onega.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Any other member who has something before we want? Esther? Priscus? Or friend Vasilis? Vasilis? Seniha? It looks like most of us, we are either offline or maybe you have challenges with the technology, because I know some areas the connection may not be very good. I would like to ask those of us who have not filled the online questionnaire to do so. And of course, this workshop has been recorded and it will be on the online platform, YouTube, which means that even if you had not had an opportunity to carefully follow, you can follow it later at your own time. Then I would like to thank very much Ms. Africa, who made it possible for us to have this presentation. He has given us quite very wonderful insights, especially those of us who are involved in this sector. And a bigger challenge will be that we need now to do what we can so that we disseminate this information to reach many people. And this can be done in many ways. Foremost will be through our platforms, through our networks, through our community organizations. We have quite a big platform we can share this. And let us actually not just share it simply because you see we are doing it as a project supported by the European Commission, but because this is something that we believe in. The issues of climate change are sometimes taken by in some quarters to be academic. But if you go deeply, you realize that our lives are affected in a big way when we don't pay so much attention on contributing towards addressing the emerging issues. Like our friend from Kenya, Mwita said, of course, you see, when we want to share our stories through online platforms, we must also be very careful and cognizant of the fact that nowadays, because of the issues of the social media and other channels, fake news are everywhere. And I think it's our responsibility to be able now to know, when some news being shared online may be made mostly maybe to divert people's attention from the realities and what's happening. Maybe for those people who are watching the fake news, for them to maybe understand that they may be doing it intentionally on their own, but we can also be able to differentiate between what is being shared online. Of course, there's a lot of scientific journals that will actually assist you to get the news that you require. Some of them are online and on verified sites. So unless our colleagues have something to add, maybe I'm not sure if Kotarakis want to say something. We have Gizem. Anyone who wants to make a contribution before we close? Hello, people. So I think I'll take the program back to Africa. Africa, maybe if there's something you want to say before we close.
For me, I have nothing to say or to add. I would like to thank everyone who joined the meeting and who spared your time to join this meeting. Hope you learned something during the meeting. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you very much. Then Boniface, I hope everyone on the platform has been able to fill in the questionnaire.
Yes, most of us, but not all. If you have not filled, kindly fill so that we all participate in the survey form.
Okay, so give them a few minutes.
Yes, give them like a few minutes.
But if there's no one who wants to make a contribution, because I can see we are 19 of us at the moment, but looks like